Hey Super Friends, what up? Super Mario here. So today we're going to talk about the NBA Playoffs 2017. They start tomorrow, which is the 15th of April 2017. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up a couple of packs, the Season Elites packs. As you can see, I got a bunch of VC. It's on sale right now up until Tuesday, as of this video going up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up one pack of these. We're going to do a 20 pack, and I'm going to break down each round, and we're going to go with who I think is going to win that particular series. And then after we've done that, for at least the first round, I'm going to go through who I think is going to be the MVP, Rookie of the Year, so on and so forth, okay? So without further ado, let's get right into this. Okay, so here we are at the card opening section of the game, and I'm going to be doing the Season Elites. I can only afford a 10-pack, I just realized that, so yeah, we're going to do this. So, let's open up this particular bunch. Nice, not too bad. I needed the contracts for sure. So, obviously, we're going to start in the Fresh Coast. The first round is going to be the Golden State Warriors at number 1, and the Portland Trail Blazers at number 8. I think Golden State's going to do this one dirty. At least they should. The only thing I would question would be Golden State's center position. JaVale McGee has to go off in the playoffs for them to succeed. And it's entirely possible that the Portland Bigs might have a great series. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be a sweep, although it could be. So that's what I think of Golden State and Portland. I think Golden State's going to go up on that one. All right, what do we have next here? Okay, let's open up some of these cards. Cool, I got a gold. It's a gold contract. Cool, I need that. There you go, just talking about the Golden State Warriors. We got Jaja Pachulia there. Now, obviously the second game that I want to talk about on the West Coast, San Antonio Spurs versus the Memphis Grizzlies. I actually have it on my little Chromebook here. I got the playoff bracket here. So I'd say the San Antonio Spurs will be able to pull this one out, although I think it might be a hard-fought series because the Grizzlies and San Antonio Spurs have a history. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I don't think any of the series are going to be a sweep, to be honest with you. Although I could be proven wrong, you never know. Somebody might just break out and have a great one, but I see San Antonio going up maybe in 5 or 6 games. Ooh, I got a ruby. That's awesome. That's a very good sign. Let's open up all these cards and see what I got. Come on, big money. Brandon Ingram. That's actually very good. That is awesome. I'm looking forward to this one. He might actually go for a nice price over on the auction house as well. Yeah, that's awesome. So obviously in the West Coast, we have the Houston Rockets and the Oklahoma City Thunder at 3 and 6 respectively. This is obviously the series that everybody wants to see, and I'm kind of sad that they didn't announce the MVP and the Rookie of the Year and all these awards before the playoffs started. They're going to be doing that in June, which sucks to me. That's my opinion, because there would have been fuel to the fire added here for sure. I think Houston's going to go over, although I wouldn't put it beyond the Oklahoma City Thunder, led by Russell Westbrook, who had one of the most amazing seasons I've ever seen, and I've been watching basketball since 1988, so when Oscar Robertson and Scottie Pippen endorse you, I think Russell Westbrook is the MVP as well. Although, James Harden, that's a very good case too. I think, personally, I would love to see the first ever co-MVP between James Harden and Russell Westbrook. But what do you guys think? Who do you think should be the MVP? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's get to some more cards here. Okay, we got our next row of 5 here. Let's flip them all over. Ooh, I got a Sapphire. Who is this? LeBron James. There you go. Search for a Dynamic Duo card to complete your Dynamic Duo. A Diamond Chris Bosh. Nice. I like that. That's pretty sweet. I'll look for that Diamond Chris Bosh, too. So, the last bracket for the West Coast will be the Clippers and the Utah Jazz. This might be an underrated series, in my estimation, in terms of basketball watchability. Because the Utah Jazz, let's face it, they're a killer defensive team. They really put it on defensively this year. I credit Rudy Gobert. He should have been an all-star ahead of DeAndre Jordan. You heard that right, ahead of DeAndre Jordan. He is just spectacular. And I think this is going to be an underrated series. I still see the Clippers actually going past the first round because of their veteran presence on the bench and the fact that they've been through this already. I think they have something to prove, and if it doesn't work out this year for the Clippers, I say Chris Paul goes somewhere else. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I say Clippers get this one in about 6. Season Elite. Okay, let's unravel these 5 cards, see what I got. Another Sapphire. Oh wait, that's a Diamond! No! Diamond Boogie Cousins! What? Diamond Boogie Cousins, are you kidding me? What? Oh man, that's crazy. Woo! That's craziness. Oh, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. Damn! Okay, we're heading over to the East Coast now, and obviously the Boston Celtics are number 1 overall, not the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they're going to be facing the Chicago Bulls in the opening round. This is going to be a very telling series, I think. Chicago Bulls have been in this position before. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the series that gets the upset. I really am kind of biased in this because I'm a big fan of Jimmy Butler. And Dwayne Wade has the playoff experience. He has the championship pedigree to kind of push them forward a little bit. And they're underrated in the front court. I think Robin Lopez is going to have a crazy series. But all that being said, Isaiah Thomas cannot be denied in the 4th quarter. And he's just probably going to be too much for them. So I'd say probably the Boston Celtics in 5. I don't think there's going to be any sweeps this year. This is the first time in a long time that I think, I don't know who's going to win the championship this year. I really don't. The first time since 1994, I can say that. So it's a crazy playoff season, I'm telling you. All right, let's see what I got. It'd be hard to follow up a Diamond Boogie Cousins with what I'm going to get here, but we'll try. Let's flip all these 5 and see what I got. Ooh, I got a Ruby. Willie Cauley-Stein, there you go. Boogie's DeMarcus Cousins' former teammate. That's good. I might end up selling him, though. We'll see. We'll check out what his stats are afterwards. Now, the next series is obviously the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Indiana Pacers. This is going to be a good one to watch, I think. Indiana might actually put everything into gear now. Larry Bird's in the front office, and he expects nothing less than to win. I know that from watching him in the 80s, growing up as a kid. But how that translate over to what Paul George, Al Jefferson, Thad Young, and Jeff Teague. I think Jeff Teague is going to have a great series here. And that being said, I still think Cleveland might get this one in 5 or 6. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. Cleveland has been really kind of lackadaisical lately. They'll probably win the 2 at home, probably lose the 2 on the road, and then finish it off at home sort of thing. That's what I'm estimating, something along those lines. But we'll see. You never know. There could be plenty of upsets here. Anyways, let's move along. All right. Section 7 of a 10-pack of Season Elites. And I got a gold here, so we'll see what we got. Nice. Okay, I needed a contract card. That's good. Let's see. Who do we have next? Toronto versus the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a series that I think the Milwaukee Bucks will win. I love Toronto. I'm a Canadian from Nova Scotia, Canada. Big shout out to Toronto. Big shout out to King of the Dot, by the way, who are having a pay-per-view. King of the Dot is a battle rap league in Toronto, and they're having the pay-per-view Blackout 7. I'm going to get my pay-per-view. And just like the title match for that pay-per-view, Rowan versus Head Ice, I have no idea who's going to win the NBA championship this year. Same thing with that. I have no clue. But for this one, I anticipate an upset because I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to have a crazy series. They won't be able to contain him. Toronto is notorious for not being able to finish out important games in the 4th quarter. They tend to crumble and fold. I could be wrong. You never know. They do have home court advantage, and Toronto can get really crazy. Maple Leafs, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I think Milwaukee gets this one in 7-game series. 7 games. That's what I'm saying. This one's going to go 7 games. So, anyways, let's move along. All right, so this is Section 8. And let's see. Let's unwrap these 5 cards here. Bamalam. Hey, Kristaps Porzingis. There you go. Awesome, awesome. I could use a Porzingod. I actually don't have a Porzingod card. I really should. Now, the other one is the Washington Wizards and the Atlanta Hawks. This one is going to be very, very tantalizing because both of these teams want it. John Wall is on a mission this year. It's crazy what he's done in terms of his numbers. That being said, Atlanta's got more playoff experience than the Wizards do. I don't know. Dwight Howard has some potential to go off in this series. You never know. I don't think Marcin Gortat's going to be able to contain either Paul Millsap or Dwight Howard. One of those two are going to go off for the Atlanta Hawks. So I would say this one's going to 6 or 7 games. I would probably take the Hawks if I was a betting person, just because the numbers add up more to their favor. That's just the way I look at it, though. John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter could go off. I still say it's going to be 6 or 7 game series, but it's going to be one to watch for sure. Let's move along. Okay, let's unwrap these next 5 cards. And we're going to talk about the MVP race, Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Coach of the Year, and all the other awards that are in the NBA, which we won't see until June. Again, that sucks, but what are you going to do? I'm not in the NBA. I'm not in their head office. I'm not making the shots here. I'm not calling the shots, rather. Let's just flip these cards over. That's pretty underwhelming, although the contract card is always nice to see. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. That's awesome. Okay, so MVP, like I discussed earlier with Russell Westbrook and James Harden, personally, I think this is going to be the first time where you get a co-MVP. I think it's going to be both James Harden and Russell Westbrook, mainly because the record of the Houston Rockets, I thought they were going to be counted out completely. Same thing with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I thought they were going to not make the playoffs, but they proved me wrong. Both these teams proved me wrong. And Russell Westbrook, I would prefer Westbrook over Harden, but I think it might be the co-MVP thing. I really do. And Sixth Man of the Year, I'm probably going to go with Eric Gordon because he won the three-point competition this year. You have to give a Houston Rocket one award. If you're not going to give him the MVP, you got to give him Sixth Man of the Year or Coach of the Year. We'll get to that one next. So Coach of the Year, I would probably say Brad Stevens. That's just me, though. I love what Coach Stevens has done with the Boston Celtics, gradually building them into a playoff contending team and really taking it to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the rise of Isaiah Thomas as a clutch performer despite his stature is nothing short of remarkable. And I really think Brad Stevens in the front office of the Boston Celtics have really rejuvenated the franchise, and it's really made me excited to watch Boston Celtics basketball again. So I would give it to Brad Stevens, but I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Mike D'Antoni over on the West Coast actually got that award, because they're third in the West. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy. And that's all thanks to his run-and-gun offense that he was successful with when he had Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire in Phoenix. So it could go to D'Antoni, could go to Steve Kerr, could go to Pop. I'm a big fan of Coach Popovich, but I'm biased because I really like the San Antonio Spurs too. But I would still say Brad Stevens, bottom line. Okay, so Rookie of the Year down. Rookie of the Year is kind of a close one to call because I don't know if Joel Embiid would qualify. He didn't have that many games, although he created one heck of a buzz on social media and with his play on the court. So on and off the court, he's created more of a buzz than any other rookie. Technically, he's not a rookie because he's been in the league already, but he just never played until this year, so he would qualify for Rookie of the Year. But again, the amount of games he played, I don't know. A lot of people think that Dario Saric is actually going to be in contention, as well as Malcolm Brogdon over in Milwaukee. So I like Malcolm Brogdon from what I saw of him. Dario Saric is another guy who could probably get some love for Rookie of the Year. I don't know. This one's a toss-up for me. I would probably go with Joel Embiid just because of the buzz he generated with his play on the court as well as off the court. So, yeah, Joel Embiid, I would say. Okay, most improved player in the NBA. That's a tough one, too, but I would say it's probably going to go to Giannis Antetokounmpo, mainly because he's just phenomenal. At such a young age, with the ceiling that he has, the high potential, the freakish athleticism, the ability to see the floor like a point guard, run the floor like a point guard, and really defend like a power forward center. He's positionless. It's really remarkable to see him play. It's boggling to the brain. He's 6'11". They're thinking of playing him at the point guard. That's madness. That's just utter madness. I mean, other people contention would be like Nikola Jokic. I think what Jokic did in Denver this year was amazing and probably will get overlooked a lot. Same thing with Rudy Gobert over in Utah. Rudy Gobert had a spectacular season. Really should have been an all-star. NBA kind of failed in that regard. And those are really the only three I have high praises for. I would say the Greek Freak probably gets the most improved player, though. And, of course, we go to my favorite one, which is Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. I'm sorry. It's still Kawhi Leonard. He locks down people on a regular basis. Okay? A lot of people would say Draymond Green needs this award. I agree with you, and I won't be mad if he does win it. I think that's well-deserved, too. I just love watching Kawhi Leonard defend. It's a thing of beauty. It reminds me of Bruce Bowen when he was playing with the San Antonio Spurs. He has that sort of tenacity on the defensive side of the ball. And it doesn't necessarily reflect his stats. He affects shots. He does stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, which is the intangible stuff, and that's the stuff that I look for on defense. A lot of people are saying Rudy Gobert could be Defensive Player of the Year. That's a very good point, too. But I still got to go with the Claw, man. Terrible nickname, by the way. Kawhi Leonard, my Defensive Player of the Year. Bar none. So thank you very much for watching, folks. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and following me on my social media. And comment on who you think are going to win the awards, all in the sections right below the video. And I will see you guys next time. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and we'll see you then. Bye.